What's the deal, y'all? This your man King Eric, the media assassin, coming at y'all with another video. Be sure to subscribe and the like button for me. And man, and what the F news today? Two crazy things that I didn't think was gonna happen. Number one, I didn't think Charlamagne was gonna get G-checked by Larry Elder, the Megatron of the Cool Factory of all people. And number two, Fresh and Fit may be out of YouTube. Now, let me tell y'all this. First, I'm going to talk about the Fresh and Fit thing. It was only a matter of time. It was only a matter of time because these guys was pulling all types of shit. Academics damn near got killed by a thought up there. Then on top of that, they were pushing the lines of hate speech when you were featuring Nick Fuentes and you bring all these white supremacists on your platform. Then on top of that, you spewing anti-black rhetoric. You over there, you bringing Andrew Tate on there. You bringing people with sexist views. It was a matter of time. But what got it for me was when dude was wearing the Klan hoodie, and then you making monkey noises mocking another black man. Then you bringing Nick Fuentes up there, spewing anti-black rhetoric by having black women up there kissing up to him. It was like, it was only a matter of time, and a good thing that did happen, even though I don't support censorship at all. But these dudes had to learn a lesson, especially Myron. He'll get up there talking that bootstrap shit, but now he begging everybody for donations. Talking all that bootstraps, everybody lazy, regurgitating all those white counterpart talking points, and then he over there begging for donations. Now I'm gonna tell you all this. See, people be thinking this shit is really simple, but they be thinking, oh, just make your own website. It's not really that simple, because YouTube covers a lot of ground that they don't have to come out of pocket for. YouTube still has the reach that all these other independent websites that's trying to be competition of YouTube don't have. So now these guys, now they have a staff they have to pay. They have employees. So now they have to come out of pocket and pay everybody from what YouTube resolutes used to do. I think Alba and Preach, those some other guys, those are alternative of Fresh and Fit. They said that 95% of their income come from YouTube. So if they stop demonetizing their videos, they're done. So YouTube is basically the Walmart, McDonald's of the virtual web. And yeah, you got other companies like Rumble trying to come up. And, you know, you're getting more of an independent space to speak your mind and speak your piece, which we may be going to Rumble too. But at the same time, they don't distribute the payouts like YouTube does, unfortunately. YouTube has been bought out by the corporations. So they have to play the game. But people think it's so simple. Just start your own website. It is not that simple, because you got to pay for the bandwidth. You got to pay for the domain. A lot of that, depending on their content, ain't cheap. You know? So you look at it like this, they're going to be paying more to break even versus him doing it on YouTube. Because when YouTube, they're pretty much covering a lot of that. And plus you getting global exposure. Whereas you go to one of these independent websites, you're not going to really get that exposure that you think you're going to get. And plus, people saying they got millions of followers, but yet, this happens a lot of times. This happened to us. A lot of those millions just because you got millions of followers don't mean they're going to follow you. A fraction of that base is going to get cut. So instead of them doing the normal 700,000 a night, they probably going to do 200,000 a night, just based off the reach of those platforms alone, because they don't have the reach of that of a YouTube. That's why people get upset about YouTube, because of the global reach that it has. But yet they go on Rumble. Rumble probably gonna expose them to 300,000. So that's the fight right there that content creators got to go through. And I'm no fan of them, but at the same time, I don't feel sorry for them because y'all push them racial overtones too far. And me being a black man, I ain't cool with that. So we're going to see where this goes. And while I'm here, I want to talk about this here too. I want to address this here. I was going to do a live about this yesterday, but I was tired. I was going ahead, I was going to the gym, I was in and out. But how in the hell did Charlamagne get G-checked by Larry Elder? Let me tell y'all what this is all about. This is a prime example of being not out of your league, but also out of your element. Like, when you interviewing these politicians, you interviewing these candidates, one thing they have the slick wordplay. All of that backhanded, silly trolling that Charlamagne was able to be doing to these rappers, he couldn't do none of that shit to Larry Elder, man. And the thing is, people that knew Larry Elder and his policies and his stances, his political stances, they could probably embarrass Larry Elder because they know within that field. But Larry Elder knew Charlamagne was out of his element. Like, this is not the kiddie table no more. This is the championship ring right here. When you interviewing politicians, the slickest, most gangster forms of life in the world, you ain't gonna get over on them like that. And yeah, the girl Tez up there, she tried to, press Larry Elder on some issues, but at the same time, it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough at all. And if anything, she came across as a bit too combative. She came across as a bit too angry and too emotional. Whereas Larry Elder, he remained a calm poister. This is stuff that you got to analyze when you in this game. She could have had valid points, but she was angry from the get-go. And I understand because, Larry Elder was saying some outlandish, some very outlandish stuff about black people that didn't really get checked by Charlamagne because Charlamagne wasn't really experienced in that field. But the key moment was when he said, how you gonna sit there and let another white man tell you you ain't black, you ain't support me? Now, everybody trying to sit there and jewels and make excuses, say it's jokes and everything. But let me tell y'all, man, I didn't like that comment either. And I still don't like that comment either. And black people, I'm disappointed in that they didn't really press that. They didn't really press that issue like that. They let it slide. I'm going to bet you this. He wouldn't go in front of George Lopez and say that about a Hispanic community. Would he? He wouldn't go in front of no community and say that. Oh, if you're not really a true Latino, you're not really a true Mexican if you don't support me. He wouldn't say that shit at all. But he know the black base. He know the black base is so forgiving. We forget and forgive so much. He got us at the palm of his hand that he was like, okay, I can say what I want to say. They ain't going to say nothing. They going to still vote for me. And that's exactly what they did. That's exactly what they did. And nobody really pressed them on it. So that was the L Charlamagne took right there. That was a big L. A big L, not from only Larry Elder, but a big L from the fact that he didn't check that right there. Because I would have been like, hold up. How you going to sit there and imply that I'm not really a black man because I don't vote for you? Will you say that? Would you say that in front of George Lopez if he had you on his show? Would you tell that to Jimmy Fallon? Or if you're not really a true white guy, if you don't vote for me, why is it that you feel so comfortable in saying that about black people? That's what I would have said. But see, Charlamagne, he's trying to revamp his image. Charlamagne is trying to play both sides of the fence, and sometimes you can't do that no more, bro. Like, you got to choose a side. You can't. He say he's independent, but at the same time, your energy shows Democrat. Because if it was independent, you would have pressed him on those issues. But see, even with the Larry Elder thing, see, the Negro wake-up call comment, he was basically trying to bait Larry Elder and call him an Uncle Tom. Larry Elder flipped that shit on him, and he didn't know what to say. So that show you right there how inexperienced these guys are when it comes to certain fields. You got to do your homework. You can't just jump on these platforms and think you're going to really manipulate these guys, because these politicians are the biggest manipulators on this planet, son. So that's my thoughts about that, man. So check this live out. Subscribe, hit the like button. Peace.